I had a great neighbor tell me years and years ago, if you take care of your land, it will take care of you. I never realized how much that was going to impact my life, but I never forgot him telling me that. And anytime I'm doing something, that jumps in my head. This was my grandparents' farm on my mom's side, and we've always lived on the farm. The farm has 3 or 4 houses on it, you know. I just grew up hanging out with them. After they were gone, I farmed with my dad for many years, just me and him. About 30-some years, low 30-year-old, and I started farming. Probably the one in my family of all of them that was probably the most conservation-minded was him. You know, sometimes I was young, I'd get aggravated because he wouldn't allow a gully to be on the farm nowhere. We were going to go work on that today. It got top priority on all jobs. You know, sometimes I'd rather be doing something else, you know, but we're going to go fix this. So, you know, I look back on it and realize that he really taught me something. That was a good thing.
But, you know, on this farm, you get a little of everything. It's diversified, and I think that's important because it's, you know, it shows that there's opportunity here to develop many different resources, and they've done that and, you know, benefited from it. Donnie's big on no-till, he's big on cover crops. He has woods, forest as part of his resource management. He has livestock, he's got water management. He has developed a couple of springs on this farm, which is excellent. You know, it makes you independent of the county water supply. Plus you have good quality water.
We bought a new planter in 1992 that had no-till capability. And we were interested in doing some of this, right? So the easy thing to do was to no-till the double crop soybeans. That's a no-brainer. That worked pretty good. I wonder what else we can do this on, you know? So then you start doing it on other crops. Before long, we was doing them all that way, you know? And then no-tilling is just not as easy as no-tilling. There's lots of things that go along with that. So then you start tweaking this area, you know, tweaking that area. And we're continuing to tweak things, you know. And I've got some fields that have been continuously no-till since 1992. The thing about them is the longer you no-till them, the better it gets. I can't fully explain that, but it is true. I love the diversity of this farm. We have true upland fields and we have true bottomland fields. Plus we have cattle and grain. I like the way it all works together. Well, that has a lot of really good benefits. For example, on our upland farms, you know, as you can imagine, the fields are flat and they slope off. Well, instead of pushing that envelope to see how much of it we can farm on that edge, we don't do that because it's going to wash. We leave that in grass. That works for us because we need the hay production. If I wasn't diverse and didn't have the cattle side of it, I'd be tempted, let's push this on down because what else am I going to do with this?
Some of the things that Mr. Veatch has done not only help with his farming operation and his production goals, but his work in his woods all relate back to wildlife habitat, carbon sequestration as far as the amount of carbon it's going to take up in the woods, and his pollinator habitat is helping not only with his crops and pollination, but it's providing a habitat for upland small game and also helping the soil itself.
We often have field days here, so I hope people enjoy when they come here. It's always good to get out on another farm and see what they're doing. And you'll most always bring something home with you that you can implement and make better on your farm. So I hope people can come here and do that as well. We're all learning, every one of us. You know, like I said, I've been doing this all my life. I'm 61 years old and I've been doing this all my life and I'm still learning. You'd think you'd get to a point that what else is there to learn, but I think the older I get, the more there is to learn. You know, you're just getting started.
I'm proud of him. He works hard. He loves what he does. He loves his family.
I'm going to farm as long as I'm able to because I enjoy doing it. But at the end of the day, it's up to them to a large degree. All I can do is just set the stage, you know? So teach them to take it from there. Use what God gave you and you take it from there.